Hello everybody and welcome back to the Spotlight series, where I take a closer, more in-depth, descriptive, collector-focused look at certain cars diecasts and their variants. Today, I'm going to be taking a closer look at Impound Lightning McQueen. Yeah, that's right, this series is back. I was doing this series pretty frequently at some points in 2020, and eventually I decided to take a break from it. I said I'd be back. Honestly, I didn't really have plans of returning to this series, but I wanted to keep it open ended, and now I've decided to return with the Spotlight series. Take that, Finn's Adventures, Collector's Guides, How I Write Cars 3, and Tractor Shorts. Unlike you guys, this series has actually returned. I'm very sorry if I have any very big fans of Tractor Shorts out there who have been devastated in the 3.5 years without a single new episode. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm very excited to be bringing back the Spotlight series here. Really hoping to do some more episodes of it in the future because I really enjoy making these, and I hope you guys enjoy the return of this series. Whenever I'm reviewing a car, it's either a suggestion review or a car that I just got. I don't often review cars that I chose to review. Either it's suggestions or one that I recently got, so I want to review it because I just got it. But with the Spotlight series, I get to highlight and put the spotlight on some of my personal favorite cars. Oftentimes those that I feel like aren't spoken about that much, or ones that I just find interesting. And one of those is definitely Impound Lightning McQueen. Released back in 2009 in the Race-O-Rama line as a chase, meaning he can never be re-released again, and was also released in more limited numbers. He was released as a single, number 73 in the Race-O-Rama line, with his official name on the name tag saying Impound Lightning McQueen. He also had a chase packaging variant that painted some confetti onto the bubble of the car. That's what you've been seeing on screen. I got this McQueen in Christmas of 2009, I believe, and he's definitely one of my favorite McQueen variants. I think it's really a shame that he's a chase because that means, like I said, he can't be re-released, and he's a pretty important variant of Lightning. After wrecking Radiator Springs, which, fun fact, today's Spotlight Series episode was originally supposed to be on Spin Out McQueen and McQueen with Cone. Anyway, though, after wrecking Radiator Springs, Lightning, of course, is put into the Radiator Springs Impound. Here, he meets Mater for the first time, and eventually is brought to Radiator Springs Traffic Court. Lightning keeps the impound boot on him the whole time throughout the entire court scene, and finally, it's released from him when he is about to go start paving the road with Bessie. But instead of paving the road, of course, Lightning makes a break for it, eventually being stopped in the desert because Sheriff and Sally siphoned his gas. And that's the last we see of McQueen with the parking boot on. It's really quite a bit of screen time for this variant that Mattel has dubbed to only be able to be released once. And I think that's definitely a shame. Like I said, it's definitely a great Lightning variant. It's a shame that people don't really have as much of a chance to get it since it can't be re-released. If you want to pick up this Lightning currently on eBay, he tends to go for around $16 US. And that's just as of today, February 3rd, 2021. Of course, that is completely subject to change as time goes on. He is one of 5 impound boot chases released in 2009 alongside DJ, Boost, Wingo, and Snot Rod. I recently took a look at DJ a few weeks ago. And he's one of 6 impound boot cars in total, with the last one being Vladimir Trunkov, released in 2017. Although I do believe there is a canceled car from Planes with a parking boot. Again, that guy was canceled. Anyway, though, let's take a closer look at Lightning here. He, of course, has a different expression from your traditional Lightning McQueen. That was really great to see, especially back in 2009 when most of the Lightning variants just had the same exact face. Nowadays, Mattel is known to change up the expressions on each variant, but back in the early days, they all looked basically the same, which is definitely a detriment for, like, Bugmouth McQueen, who's literally just this McQueen with some dots in his mouth. But yeah, this definitely is one of the most expressive McQueen faces on a diecast, at least that I've seen, or at least that I own in my collection. I think it really captures his emotions in the scenes in which we see him with the parking boot, and I'm sure you could find, like, an exact moment in the movie where he has this exact face. I think it's that good. Of course, we have his traditional, original Rusty's medicated bumper ointment logo there. We've got the 95 on his headlight there. Of course, in the first Cars movie, Lightning's headlights were decals. We've got his 2 lucky lightning bolt stickers. On the side, we have the impound boot itself, which does hinder his ability to drive. As you can see, he's not going that smoothly compared to this guy who could just easily roll. And it's very nicely weathered. You have some really nice dirty speckles on it. Of course, here's a look at it from the bottom. You can move it. I believe it's supposed to be around here though. But of course, in real life, the purpose of a parking boot is to hinder the car's movement. And that works. It definitely works on this toy car as well. We've got his secondary sponsors here, which interestingly have a white outline around most of them. I'm not sure if that's just my copy of this Mcqueen, or if that's all of them. Because again, my normal Mcqueen here doesn't have that. That's definitely interesting. His secondary sponsors are the traditional ones: the piston cup itself, Nitroate Revolting, Mood Springs, Octane Gain, Vitaline, No Stall, Gasprin and Gaskets, Easy Idle. Then underneath the lightning bolt, little turkey pistons, RPM, Leakless, Retread, and Clutch Aid. Got the 95 there with the very nice lightning bolt behind it, as well as the Lightning McQueen signature up top with the 95 here and his roof flaps. Got the window bars back there, of course, separately molded on. The Rusty's logo on his spoiler, which is missing from the original McQueen. I believe it was 2008 when they started fixing McQueen variants to have the Rusty's logo on their spoiler. Since this guy first came out in 2009, he has the Rusty's logo on his spoiler. And of course, in addition to the Rusty's writing on the spoiler here, we have the logo once again on the back, in addition to his gas cap. The back is the same as like basically every other Cars 1 McQueen with this paint job. We've got the Rusty's logo, 95 on one of the taillights, and the medicated bumper ointments logo back there on top of his yellow rookie stripe. The other side, once again, have all the same details as on this side. Just notice the lightning bolt has a weird white outline around it too. Wonder what's up with that. Do believe it was just this McQueen, but I'm not sure if it's just my version of this McQueen or if every copy of this McQueen has it. Of course, both of the wheels here are normal. No parking boots on this side. Just here on the wheel, I believe he named Lefty, in Cars 3. Anyway, though, there is a look at the base. We've got the copyright for Disney and Pixar, of course, made in China, as well as the code here, 1429EAA. The traditional lightning base details, of course, unfortunately, they are not colored in, and he is assembled with 2 rivets, as you can see. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this episode of the Spotlight series, and I'll be back soon with another Spotlight on a certain car. See you guys next time. Bye now. He keeps the traffic boot, the parking boot, the impound boot,